Once again, Prince Harry has found himself at the center of controversy, and this time, it's over a glaring absence. As dignitaries, heads of state, and world leaders from across the globe gathered to pay their respects at the funeral of Pope Francis, one royal was noticeably absent, Prince Harry. But it wasn't his absence that caused uproar. It was where he was instead. While his brother Prince William represented the British monarchy at the solemn Vatican ceremony, standing shoulder to shoulder with world leaders, Prince Harry was spotted mingling with celebrities at a star-studded Hollywood gala in Los Angeles. The moment didn't go unnoticed, and social media quickly exploded with criticism, with many calling his decision tone-deaf and disrespectful. Critics and royal watchers alike branded Harry a big joke, claiming he had abandoned duty in favor of fame. The contrast couldn't have been sharper. On one hand, Prince William was in Rome, dignified and reserved, standing among royalty, religious leaders, and presidents, showing his commitment to the international stature of the British crown. On the other hand, Prince Harry was photographed laughing on red carpets, posing with actors, and attending a glamorous charity fundraiser for a tech mogul's private foundation. For royal followers, the split screen of the two princes' whereabouts was symbolic. It wasn't just about this one event. It was a culmination of years of growing distance between the two brothers, both in physical location and in life priorities. The funeral of a pontiff is a global event. Pope Francis, known for his humility and interfaith outreach, held influence far beyond the Catholic Church. Leaders from over 100 countries were present. His death marked the end of an era, and tributes poured in from around the world. The British royal family, as representatives of the Church of England, are traditionally involved in such high-level religious ceremonies. So, when Prince William appeared at the Vatican as the face of the monarchy, many saw it as appropriate and dignified. But Harry's absence was glaring. The decision to skip the funeral sent shockwaves through both religious and political circles. While it's true Harry no longer serves as a working royal, critics argue that as a former member of the royal family and a globally recognized figure, he should have at least attended in a private capacity. The fact that he chose to attend a Hollywood event instead sparked backlash. The fundraiser was hosted by a powerful entertainment executive and drew A-listers from film, tech, and fashion. Prince Harry was not just a guest. He was reportedly one of the evening's featured attendees. Photos from the event show him in high spirits, shaking hands with billionaires and laughing with celebrities. The public reaction was swift. Social media users flooded platforms like Twitter and Instagram with criticism. Hashtags like #HarryTheHollywoodPrince and #PopeOverParty began trending. One user wrote, "William is honoring a global spiritual leader while Harry's chasing clout in LA sad." Another posted, "You can't claim moral high ground when you snub a pope's funeral for canapés and selfies." Commentators and tabloids didn't hold back either. Multiple opinion pieces in British newspapers described Harry's behavior as embarrassing and out of touch. Royal commentators questioned his judgment, asking whether he still understands the expectations that come with being a public figure of his stature. One notable voice, a former Palisade, spoke anonymously to the press. "Harry has made it clear he's no longer a working royal. But there are moments when, titles and status aside, you show up. This was one of them. And he didn't." The comparisons to Prince William added fuel to the fire. As the future king, William's presence at the Vatican signaled both respect and responsibility. Dressed in a dark suit, he was photographed bowing his head during the procession, exchanging polite greetings with other world leaders and speaking briefly to clergy members. The images were widely shared and praised. In contrast, Harry's event had a completely different tone. Flashbulbs, designer tuxedos, champagne glasses, and celebrity interviews dominated the evening. For many, it reinforced the narrative that Prince Harry has swapped duty for luxury, choosing the spotlight of Hollywood over the solemnity of public service. Supporters of Prince Harry argue that he's free to make his own decisions now. They point out that since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, he's focused on causes he believes in, like mental health, veterans' rights, and social justice. The Hollywood fundraiser was reportedly in support of youth development programs, a cause close to Harry's heart. But for critics, that defense falls flat. They argue that while charitable causes are important, timing and optics matter. Attending a glitzy party while the world mourns a major religious figure sends the wrong message. It's not about questioning Harry's values. It's about his awareness of how his choices are perceived on a global stage. Adding to the controversy were the comments made by insiders at the event. According to reports, Harry was overheard discussing his upcoming projects with Netflix executives and potential collaborators. If true, it only reinforces the belief among skeptics that Harry is more focused on personal brand building than anything else. Meanwhile, Prince William was lauded for his diplomacy. After the funeral, he reportedly had private meetings with several international leaders, including the President of Italy and religious representatives from the Vatican. These meetings, though informal, help maintain diplomatic ties and highlight the British monarchy's ongoing global relevance. The stark contrast between the brothers has only deepened the divide within royal circles. Behind the scenes, insiders say relations remain strained. The royal family has not publicly commented on Harry's absence, but it's widely believed that disappointment lingers behind closed doors. One royal watcher said, "It's not about choosing between two events. It's about understanding that, like it or not, the world still sees you as a royal. And with that comes expectations." Others believe this is just the latest example of Harry's shifting identity. Since relocating to California, he and Meghan Markle have made bold moves, producing documentaries, giving tell-all interviews, and launching new media ventures. They've positioned themselves as modern, independent, and global. But this approach continues to clash with traditional royal values centered on duty, humility, and ceremony. This incident, some argue, is a tipping point in public perception. While many once viewed Harry as the rebellious royal standing up for what he believed in, some now see him as distant from the values he once represented. Still, Harry has his defenders. His fans argue that he has a right to forge his own path and prioritize events that align with his vision for impact. They suggest that the funeral, while significant, was not something Harry had to attend, and that criticizing him for going to a fundraiser is unfair, especially if it benefits important causes. Yet, even among supporters, there's an acknowledgement that the optics could have been handled better. A brief public statement, a formal tribute to Pope Francis, or even a short visit to the Vatican prior to the funeral might have eased the backlash.